These, bro, are individuals that I tell you right now, you want to avoid at all costs. We are coming through with another video. It is late. I'm tired as hell. It's been a long day. Damn near windburned. Outdoors a lot today. Whenever you are leveling up in life, you're going to notice a certain vibe from individuals. Some people are thrilled and happy and excited to see you, which are the best people ever. And then some, they look at you like you're a problem. They look at you like they despise you, like they hate you, bro. A lot of these individuals, they want to stop who you are becoming. Some will go to extreme lengths to actually try to stop who you are becoming as a person. Like they will try very hard. They'll try to turn people against you. They'll try to create narratives about you. They'll try to literally do the craziest stuff. They'll stalk you on socials. They'll try to spam you. They'll try to get in your head. They'll try to do a whole bunch of stuff in a very negative way to try to stop who you are becoming, because you're probably overachieving in life. And these individuals, I guarantee you, are underachieving. And they're going to target you. They're going to try to take you out any way they can. They're going to cause a serious problem. So you have to be smart enough to be able to scope these individuals out and remove them from your life. Block them. Don't respond to them. Do not talk to them. If you see them, stonewall them. They are huge haters. Huge. They see what you're doing. They see what you're becoming. They see you not giving up. They see you pushing forward relentlessly. Doing exactly as you should be doing. Honest, hard-working person doing what you do. They want to stop that because they cannot get a grip on life. They can't get a grip on reality. They can't work the way you work. They're not committed the way you're committed. They just don't have it in them what you have, but they want it so bad, but they're not that, and you are. These people are huge haters. They're going to try to stop who you're becoming. Literally. And I'm sick of hearing the stuff about these individuals, bro. Like, what they have to say. Like, I'm sick and tired of it. They have a lot to say behind closed doors. And it's like that he said, she said type stuff. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, this is a whole bunch of stuff that has went on before. And when you become dangerous enough, a lot of people's going to stop talking, but they'll talk amongst themselves. They'll talk about you with each other. In their little groups, in their little group settings. They'll talk about you. They have a lot to say about you. They make you look bad. They can make anybody look bad. But the truth is, they're not even close to what you are, what you've done. And it all comes down to in here, your heart. You have heart. They don't. These narc individuals are huge haters. And they try to stop anybody who's actually living a life. They want to put a stop to it. They want to put a close to it. And you have to put a close on them. You have to put a close on their existence and shut the damn door. And don't ever open it again. Because some of these individuals, bro, they are dangerous. The most dangerous ones, they kind of act like your friends sometimes, but they're really not. They're really not your friend, like at all. And they hate you. Like they do not like you at all, man. They don't like you at all. They hate what you're doing. They don't like you at all. But sometimes they kind of act like your friend and stuff, but they're really not your friend. They're low-key jealous as hell of you. And they cannot contain themselves. I can't believe that just happened. Ottawa Senators just scored 2 goals in seconds. But anyway, the only thing you can do is shut the damn door. Forever. Unless they really pull lightning out of their ass and prove themselves. Because the odd time, somebody can mature. If you were younger and you got hated on by someone you used to be friends with or something, and they've grown up a little bit and matured and have accumulated a little bit of success themselves, then maybe you could rethink things and maybe not. It's up to yourself. Because I've seen past haters mature a little bit. Like, I've seen it. But I'm still not close with them. It's not that it couldn't happen, I don't care enough to. They didn't care enough to stab me in the back of the time. I don't care enough to rebuild or rekindle a friendship. Like, if they wanted it that bad, they're gonna come hard at me and try to push for it and prove themselves, you know. That's not my job to rekindle something that I've never broken. You gotta move very smart in this life, folks. You gotta move very smart. Strategically. Calculated. All while being composed. Like a professional. That is how you have to move in this life. And if you don't, and you just let things be however, and let people in, and you're gonna pay a price. And a lot of us have good hearts, but it could be our detriment. And that's why I've said, man, like, you have no choice but to be selfish today. Like, you can't be so giving and kind and caring to everyone and just think everyone's good and just be the nice person and do things for people and all this bullshit. Like, if you're that person, because I used to be that person. Like, I used to just be like, not like super nice to people, but just like too giving, like too caring, like too loyal. Like, I saw my friends at one point like brothers, like nothing could ever break us apart. But things happen. And you get betrayed to a whole other extent, and like it does something to you. Like, you never ever thought that shit could happen. And it woke you up to reality. Things can happen. There's certain girls you probably dealt in the past. You did not think those types of things could ever happen. And it happened. Like, don't expect, and this is some of the best advice I could give you, don't expect you, like, from others. Don't expect it. See people for what they are, not what you wish they were, or want them to be, or think they could be. See them as they are. That's the best thing you could do. And it's real. It's the realest thing you can do as well. Because if you don't view it that way, and you're just... They just scored again. Holy shit. If you're just too kind, caring, too welcoming, it's crazy that we can't be this way today, bro. Like, we can with people we really trust. The few we're close with, we can. Not with everybody. Because this is what the world has become. Like a failure. Society is failing. Like, modern society, it's failing. most of these even young females, bro, they go down this path of degeneracy and they become, what's the word I want to throw on this? They become unapproachable. They become like tainted. We can't, how can you view someone like that the same? How can you view someone like that the same? When you want to go through a whole bunch of mess, what are you doing? What the hell is going on? Like, it's the same thing even with like friends. Like, you do all that stuff, you want to go and a whole bunch of drugs and experience all this shit and be unhealthy and start to get like frail and skinny and unhealthy and withered and like, what the hell? Like, how can I just like view you as like a friend that I trust? Like, how? Like, you can't trust these modern women. You can't trust a lot of these so-called friends out here because they're not showing up the way they should be showing up. They're falling to the low levels of society. That's what's happening. And they become like the exact people that I'm describing near the start of this video. They become big haters of yours because you're not doing those things. You're getting better. You're leveling up. You're doing the things you're supposed to be doing as a human being. You're not living like everyone else is living. You're not doing what everybody else is doing. You're very much so in your lane, doing things the right way, like a professional. Them, not so much. Chaos. They got a bunch of fake friends around them. They're not even friends with each other. You think a turn-up buddy is your friend? Absolutely not. No, it is not. It is not a friend. And you're going to see pretty quick. People veer off in life very quick. And one day, maybe, when people finally decide to grow up, they are going to wish they had you as a friend, but you're going to be so far ahead that it's just not going to work out. It's just simply not going to work out. You having a friendship, you having a relationship with these people, it's just simply not going to work out. Just not. Like, just not. And that's the sad reality, because it's like these are people at one point we saw, they could have been a great friend, could have been a great relationship partner. It could have been great, but they did not move the right way. They didn't live the right way. Like, bro, I've seen females that like, and I've dated one of these girls, and I'm going to use this as a great example. This isn't the one I was with long term. This was about a year. She was like flawless in my eyes, like damn near flawless, like she was it. She could have been it. What we could have been could have been great. She made a very, very, very stupid move. And not just one. Obviously not just one. Just the way she moved in life. Stupid. She changed within a couple of years. Like, to someone very less attractive than she was. Very less. They damage themselves. They go through a whole bunch of shit. What are you doing? What? That's what you wanted. That is what you wanted. What could have been. And everything happens for a reason. But I'm just saying, like, people are stupid, man. They're gonna look at one point and beat themselves up so much. That's not what you want. You want to look back and be like, you know what? I left it all out there on the line. I did everything I could. I leveled up. I put in all this work. I'm in shape. Financially doing well. This and that, this, whatever the narrative is. I did it all. I did everything I should have done. But then there's those people They can't say the same. They're not healthy. They're not attractive anymore. And a lot of these people used to be. A lot of these friends used to be great friends. A lot of these females used to be great candidates for a wife, potentially. And they ruin themselves and later regret it. And they grow into people that then hate us. Within 2 years, I seen this girl out and about after we called it off. And she gave me that 100-mile stare across the club. Across the club. And these, like the club where I'm from, bro, it's not these crazy rave nightclubs. It's like pretty, it's where the prettier girls go. It's where the more popular people go. That's what the clubs are like. The clubs where I come from. But that's what happened. I'm doing much better. I have even leveled up since then. She has degraded. She looks a bit more withered. And they look at you, bro, and it's like, it's almost like they're looking at you like, oh my God, what have I done? Because they see it. They see you. And then now, after that moment of realization, it turns to this bitterness. It turns to this hate because they hate themselves. They hate their own decisions. And they want to project that onto you. You guys understand this, right? This is what happens, folks. This is what happens. And these narcs, at the end of the day, they are people. They are someone that He did not want them to be this, but that's what they have chose. They have chose degeneracy. It takes a lot of work to be the human being that God has put you on earth to be. You have to live and breathe that version of yourself. You can't cut corners. You can't turn up and all this stuff and not even acknowledge who you are and what you're doing. You have to do all that. But a lot of people just want to turn to degeneracy. They want to go crazy. They think they have all this fun and everything's going to be okay. It is not. It is not going to be okay. And when you see things like I saw, it proves what I'm saying is true. And they hate us for it. They hate us for telling the truth. If we pointed this out, they'd probably crumble and break down and everything else because they can't handle to hear it because they know we're right and they know they're wrong. They literally get all emotional and riled up. I know, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have done it. You should have. You really should have. What you gonna do now? Who the knows? They're gonna end up with someone very unappealing. They're probably gonna divorce. Their life is gonna be a mess. They're probably gonna get into more addictions, and their life just takes a huge downward spiral. This is how fast life can get up for you if you don't take it serious. I'm telling you guys, this should motivate any single person alive right now to take your life serious because this kind of shit can happen to you. You can go in these downward spirals. You know what? This is true about life. There is a such thing as downward spirals. There is also a such thing of having an upward spiral. The last thing you want in life is to have these downward spirals. And that is going to happen to you if you don't stay focused and put everything and live and breathe the life you're supposed to live. And become the person God has sent you on earth to be. You will have a downward spiral and things can get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse if you don't fight for what's right to have an upward spiral. You have to create life momentum and it's not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of consistency. It's going to take a lot of pain. It's going to take a lot of time. But it's what you must do. There's no other option. You're going to feel pain regardless. You might as well get a reward from it by having an upward spiral instead of just choosing the easy way out to have a downward spiral and ruin your whole life and your future. And look back on yourself being embarrassed of what you've become. Because when you're not embarrassed of who you've become and you're proud of who you've become, and you've had your upward spirals, you are going to be a direct target for these narcs to hate on. And that's exactly what's going to happen. You will see.